So I have shopped monthly and made a monthly meal plan several times throughout the year. Normally I focus on doing that over the holidays, but with everything going on, I'm going to start doing that every single month for my family of 6 because that is just going to work out the best for us. Hey guys, if you are new, my name is Vanessa, and like I already mentioned, today I am sharing a monthly meal plan, how I come up with meals for my family of 6. And I have done several of these in the past. I've done monthly grocery hauls. I've done how I meal plan. I will have a few of those linked in the description box and probably scattered throughout the iCards in this video. So it's going to be very vlog style. So hopefully you guys enjoy it and it gives you a little inspiration or helps you out when it comes to meal planning for your family. To give you even more inspiration or help, I am teaming up with Nicole. She is a really good friend of mine. We actually created a cookbook together. We've gone on several vacations, and she is going to be creating a monthly meal plan for her family. So I'm gonna go ahead and have her channel linked down below. If you guys are new to her, definitely leave a lemon emoji with a comment on her video, and that way she knows that I sent you, and just share the love. You guys will enjoy her. She does a lot of vlogs. She does cooking videos. She is bringing back her Foodie Fridays, where every Friday she shares a recipe, and they are so yummy. I have tried several of her recipes from her Foodie Friday playlist. So you guys are definitely gonna want to check her out and see how she meal plans for her family of 4. So she has her husband and then 2 sons. So a little bit different from how I meal plan because we have 4 children and they range in ages. So you guys are definitely gonna see the difference in how we meal plan for our families. First things first, I'm not gonna go ahead and show you guys everything in my refrigerator, everything in my pantry, what I'm starting out with. I was going to, but I have shared that in the last like 2 or 3 videos. You guys have already seen sneak peeks of those. So I will have those videos linked down below so you guys can kind of see. I actually shared it in my last grocery haul where I went into my pantry and I kind of showed you guys what we had on hand and all of that good stuff. So I'm not gonna show you guys that. If you wanna see what the inside of my fridge, freezer, pantry looks like I said, I will have those videos down below. It's gonna be a little dark because I came into my pantry. So one thing I do need to do is I have this whiteboard, and actually my kids haven't written anything on it because we're not completely out of any one thing. Actually, we have run out of a couple things. I'm surprised I haven't wrote it down. But I have been keeping a list going here. Whenever we run out of something or I know that we're low, I go ahead and write it down so I don't forget it. Not like snacks and stuff like that because I pick up different things every month, but the things that I know that we want to have on hand all the time. So I have gone ahead and written those things out, and a couple fun items for the kids too. So I'm going to transfer that into my notebook. So here's my notebook, and this is where I've actually gone ahead and written out some things. When I knew I wanted to do a monthly meal plan, I was like, all right, let's do a little bit of brain dumping. So I always like to use a notebook. Little list pads are not gonna work for me because as a family of 6 and shopping for a whole month at a time, if you know, depending on what I can get in the stores right now. But I did go ahead and write down things that we like to have on hand all the time. That is kind of how my list is looking right now. And I'm gonna add all of these items to it. Oh, and the fun items too. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all of these items to my list and then erase them from my board. So now I am in my office, and this is where I'm gonna spend the next probably 2 hours. I don't know if it's actually gonna happen. It might, like, in one sitting because as all of you guys are probably in the same situation, all of the children are home and they have schoolwork that they are required to do for their school. So I actually work with Bryce in the morning, so he is in here with me as well. He's actually doing a comic book for his science class on energy and how he uses energy in one day. So he is working on that. The girls have free time while I'm working with Bryce, but he is very independent in his schoolwork. I don't have to like be right here. I'm in the same room. If he has a question, I can help him, but I'm able to work on something else while he's working. Whereas when I'm with the girls, I have to, Rose and Pearl, Bryce is in 3rd grade, Rose and Pearl are in 1st grade if you guys are new. But when I'm with the girls, I have to be right there helping them like every single step. So I am planning my meals while Bryce is doing his schoolwork, so I can sit here and be on call, for lack of a better word. So the way I meal plan is probably going to be different than a lot of y'all out there, just because I do have this channel and I want to be able to share content and make sure that I am planning specific meals that I want to share. It could be very, very easy for y'all. You could stick with a schedule where you're having spaghetti once a week, you're having pizza, you're having some kind of fish dish, some kind of Tex-Mex or a taco night, that kind of thing. Don't make it any harder than you need to. But for me, I do go a little bit more in depth. So I have a calendar that I just picked up from the Dollar Tree, and this is what I use for my video ideas. Like the circled ones are things that I didn't do like on that specific day. Check marks means I did share the video, and then the circled ones, I did end up doing these 2 in one video, but I didn't do these 3 videos. I'm working on this one right now, how I meal plan for my family of 6. So it's kind of all crazy. I should probably do this in pencil, but I love writing in pen. So I've got my April calendar right here. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time working on my video ideas, and if any of those happen to be food, I want to make sure that I am getting those recipes down and I'm not overbuying, especially if things are gonna go bad. I don't want to waste any food. And what I'm going to do is, for that, I'm gonna go, this is my meal planner. I'm gonna go to, I didn't meal plan a month for February. I did for March. So I'm gonna go to April. So actually I'm gonna do this first because I don't have this ready. I thought I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my calendar. I'm gonna write April at the top. I'm gonna write the dates. And then as I am filling out my YouTube calendar, like I said, if there's any food related content, I'm gonna go ahead and put those recipes down on my monthly recipe calendar. And that way I know that I've got that set up. So that's my first step. So if you're not on YouTube, if you don't share food videos, you could totally skip this step, but this is a step that is needed for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I will show you guys how I actually regularly meal plan for my family.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if
Okay guys, I wanted to do an update. I'm still working on the YouTube part. It's been probably about 20 minutes. Bryce is doing a little reading time right now, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys where I'm at. So I've got a little bit going on, some non-food video ideas, some food video ideas, and I think I've gotten a lot of requests to share what page eats, and I've been trying to make one meal a week. That way she doesn't have to worry about cooking. Well, she likes to cook her own meals, but I cook dinner once a week specifically for her, a vegan dish. And it makes a lot, normally, the recipes that I'm doing, so it feeds her for at least 2 to 3 meals. So I think I'm gonna share some of those. So I've got Pinterest up because I'm gonna use that for inspiration, because I don't have any like vegan recipes in my arsenal, family meals or meals that I've cooked in the past or anything like that. So I'm gonna pull from there, but I'm also gonna show you guys where I keep all my cookbooks and printed recipes that I've printed out and tried, because I know there's been a few in the past that we have had that I did not share with you guys of vegan recipes. I'm gonna re-put those on the meal plan because I already know those are tried and true. Paige likes those. So we're gonna go do that real quick. All right, so I've got laundry going. You're gonna hear that, but this is like our little coffee bar section. And in this cabinet is where I have all my cookbooks and printed recipes magazines that I've held on to. and other various just like homemade cookbooks, recipes that I've written out and that I keep in my binder and all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna go through some of this. I also know while I'm here, even though I'm still working on YouTube, I know Mark wants to get back into full-blown keto for himself. My husband did do keto for several months last year and then fell off the train, and now he wants to get back on it. So I have several keto cookbooks and we love a lot of recipes in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those out and take them into the office with me. And then I know I have a vegan one somewhere in here that I want to pull out. And then I know some vegan recipes are in my little printed out section. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull what I need from this section and take it into the office, and that way I can go through those for more inspiration. Okay, so I totally forgot to, actually I don't even remember if I mentioned this step or not because it's kind of hard getting my process down and kind of showing you guys my steps, because I do feel like there's probably an easier way for me to do this, but I'm so used to my like way of doing it that I don't know, it does seem like it takes a while. It's already after lunch. I'm actually going to have to pause this in a minute and get the girls set up for their online schooling with their teachers, and then I have to sit down and do their curriculum with them. But I just finished pausing for lunch and all of that. I just finished making my YouTube schedule, and then I have all the recipes printed out. I went through my cookbooks and pulled out those recipes, and so now I'm going to go through the ingredients and write down everything that is shelf stable or things that I can toss in the freezer. And that way, that's the whole point of doing a monthly shop at once, buying everything that's not going to go bad for the entire month, and that way I'm over and done with it and I don't have to worry about going into the store super frequently or anything like that. So I already got my list started. You guys already saw that. And now in the meal planner that I have, and it's always linked in the description box, there's a freezer inventory on here. And then I also went through my pantry. I normally have not been keeping a pantry inventory, but since I am switching to full-time shopping at a month, making my meal plan for a month, I'm gonna start keeping up with this. So I quickly went through my pantry and I wrote down everything that I have that I can use for any kind of meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So I've got all of that. And then I do keep a freezer inventory. So I have several pages of the freezer inventory that you can see. I mark off when we go through them, so those items I don't have anymore. So what I'm going to do, since I have my YouTube meals that I would like to make this month right here, I'm going to go through what I already have on hand and only add the items to my grocery list that I need. I know several of these items I already have, but because I am sharing a lot this month, I'm probably gonna have a fairly large list. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And by the time I finish that, I am gonna have to get my kids, there's old pictures of my kids. I'm gonna have to get Rose and Pearl set up on the computer to talk with their teachers online. But this shouldn't take me too long, maybe 15 minutes. I'm hoping this part is pretty quick.
Let me figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And
all right, you guys, so this might turn into 2 days. So I have actually got all of my dinners planned out. So and by planned out, I just mean I write them down on any specific day. And then I will, each week, I'll pull the meals that I originally planned for the entire month. I'm like, okay, this sounds good this week, and so forth. So I've got 20 meals. I leave several empty ones because we like to do breakfast for dinner. Now I am going to try this month. We'll see. When I go to the store, I've heard that like frozen pizzas are gone everywhere, but I was hoping to get some kind of pizza stuff, so I didn't write down pizzas, but that's something, if I find it, we could have it for lunch or something like that. So normally I do plan pizza for dinner either once a week or once every 2 weeks, several times a month. But I didn't do that for April. So like I said, we'll either push some of the meals that I am planning out because I'm only buying the shelf stable stuff, so I'll be able to pull that into May, or we'll have pizzas if I can find them at the store for like lunches and stuff because the kids are home. So it really doesn't matter when we have pizza. They just love to have pizza like once a week. It's something for them to look forward to. We typically have it on Friday or on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So I didn't plan that, and I haven't planned out Easter yet because we normally get together. I have a huge family on my side, and we always get together and do a big Easter hunt and stuff like that. Well, we're not doing that this year, so I want to do something fun. So I am going to plan out a yummy dinner and maybe like a whole day of like a special breakfast that I'll make, maybe probably like an overnight casserole of some sort, and a fun little snack or treat and stuff like that. So I'm gonna plan that on its own. With this meal planner, it has a gatherings section. So I think I'm gonna plan out Easter for us in this. So I'll probably share that. I might share that in this video, we'll see. But right now, the girls just got off of their online meeting with their teachers and their classrooms. So I'm gonna sit down and do their schoolwork, and then we will get into like breakfast and lunch, me planning that. That is a lot easier than dinner. Dinner takes a lot of time. And then I might get online. I mentioned this in my last grocery haul. My daughter Pearl wants to say hi. I might get online and just check in on my meal delivery services that I use, because they're still delivering, and those are things that you can easily, if your stores are just out of everything, there's Rose. That is something that you can easily just place an order and it's shipped, delivered right to your door, and you've got fresh produce and you've got meats, and you don't have to use those recipes if you don't want to. I've been utilizing them just because I do have a few credits on different meal services, and I'm just using that to get the food in, and then I will supplement that for our meals and lunches and things like that. It's just really helpful, especially helping to stay out of the stores more. It gives me more food on hand, and I don't run out of anything or anything like that. So I just wanted to share that as well. So I am at the point to where here we've got our dinners, our 20 meals, except for Easter. I just know we're gonna have, you know, Easter food. Probably like we normally do, very similar to Christmas. We do ham, scalloped potatoes, some kind of like salad or green bean dish, something like that. So I'm gonna plan that, like I said, on the gatherings page, but I've got videos that I want to film with some of these meals and dinner ideas, and I'm utilizing several of freezer meals that I already have in my freezer that I made this past month in March. And then here's my grocery list so far going forward. Now, I do feel like I might have 1 or 2 items already on hand, so I'm gonna double check. And again, this is only the items that are not gonna go bad. Once I make my first week meal plan, which will be over here for April, I will write the fresh stuff down and pick up the fresh stuff. I think I'm gonna do 2 weeks at a time, because that's really gonna keep me out of the store. Whereas I don't have to go back every single week for fresh stuff. I think I'm gonna buy like the produce and drinks and stuff to last for 2 weeks, like milk and things like that. And that way I'm not going to the store as often. So that is kind of my game plan, but like I said, now I have to take another break and do some schoolwork with my first graders. Okay guys, they are at a point where they're doing some individual items. So I went ahead and worked out our Easter day on the gathering sheet. So I'm gonna go ahead and show that to you guys. I didn't write down like things for Shirley Temple or anything like that, but I wanted to go ahead and show you our Easter meal plan. So I wrote down some of the ingredients, but we're gonna do veggies and dip, fruit and dip, deviled eggs, and caprese salad for appetizers. Side dishes, I did 2 different kinds of greens because one of them my oldest daughter can eat, and then one of them I know my husband and I will like. So we're gonna do some Parmesan broccoli and green beans. And if you guys are new, my oldest daughter is vegan, so she doesn't eat any animal products. So she does have a completely different set of foods that she eats as well. I also found this recipe for rice pilaf that I can easily make. I can use vegan butter instead of butter, and a few other super easy things that I can change up. So I'm gonna make that for her. And then I am gonna make scalloped potatoes for the rest of us. Our main course is just gonna be ham. And then for desserts, I'm gonna do an easy Easter chow for the kids during the day. This is like all day, not breakfast. I actually need to think of something for breakfast, but this is gonna be part of lunch and dinner. And then the kids are gonna help me make some bird's nests for dessert as well. For drinks, we have a couple different wine options that we could do. And then I wrote down Shirley Temple for the kids. I think that they'll get a kick out of that. This is not necessarily food. I put down like activities down here for the kids. So I saw this really cute thing pop up on Pinterest where you either use tape or paper to put on a canvas in the shape of a peep and have the kids paint around it. And then you pull the tape off and it shows a little peep on the canvas. So I thought that would be cute for them to do. And then I saw that Jello Play has some edible slime, so I'm gonna be on the hunt for that. Or I have several different recipes where we can make edible slime. And then I did write paper plates and napkins. I always like to pick up holiday themed paper plates and napkins. And that is everything that I went ahead and planned out for Easter. So now that I've got Easter planned out, I am going to go ahead and fill out, because I'm going to shop for 2 weeks at a time for the fresh stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and fill out our meal plan for the first 2 weeks, actually the second 2 weeks, because I ended out March and the beginning of this month last week in the grocery haul. So I'm gonna go ahead and I wrote the meals up here, and I already have this week planned out, so I kind of messed up there. But I'm gonna go ahead and move everything, pick what we're going to eat this week and next week, which includes Easter, and plan those out. I don't write my grocery list on here because I am planning out breakfast and lunch with the kids being home. Our day is kind of different than it was. It's scheduled out different. So I'm gonna do the dinners first because that is the most time consuming, and then I'm gonna go ahead and plan out breakfast and lunches. And I'm gonna go ahead for the past month in March, or the past several weeks, I went ahead and planned out breakfast and lunch, but I think for the month of April, I'm gonna get some input from the kids and see what they would like to eat as well. Rose,
What?
is there something that you would really like for breakfast or lunch next month for me to pick up to have on hand?
Waffle.
Waffles?
Yeah.
Like already made waffles? You don't want me to make waffles? Already made waffles. What about for lunch?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. All right. Pearl, what about you? Breakfast and lunch ideas?
Muffins.
Muffins? What kind of muffins?
Strawberry muffins.
Ooh, that sounds good. What about for lunch? You don't care for lunch? You kind of just eat whatever, huh? You eat anything.
I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
Okay, so obviously it is the next day. I got up a little earlier this morning, got a shower, made some coffee, and I've actually been sitting in my office for an hour just going over everything. So I've got a good size grocery list going, and then I have all of my meals planned out for the month. And like I already mentioned, dinners are the hardest just because we all eat different things. And the reason why I wanted to go back over everything this morning before I finalized everything is because we are going to be having a family member come stay with us, and I just wanted to make sure that as another adult in the house, we had plenty on hand. So we're gonna be a family of 7 for a little while. So I went back over everything. I didn't change any of the dinner items, but I did tweak lunches and breakfast a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the overview for our dinners, what I think we're gonna be eating, and then I will show you the next 2 weeks, because like I said, I'm going to do all the shelf stable stuff for the entire month of April. Well, what I can. With limits, I might not be able to buy everything. But this is just so I can go to the store less. I can go get everything, and maybe I will not need to go for at least 2 weeks for fresh stuff, and that would be like a super quick haul. But as far as like being in the store longer, if I were to shop every week, no. And there's a whole bunch of pickups and deliveries. However, my area is overwhelmed. I've tried all the tricks, like getting on at midnight and see what opens up the next day. No, like everything is 2 weeks out. Like if I were to place an order right now, I would not get it for 2 weeks. That's how bombarded the system is in my area right now. So I have to actually go into the store and get everything, which that's another reason why, like, I want to go out and go into places not as often as possible. So lots of back talk. I mean, this is definitely a little different than what I normally do. It's a little crazy. So here is my dinner plan. Let's let it focus for a minute. Here's my dinner plan. And a lot of this is because I would be able to eat more of what I have, but I am doing a few different dinner ideas for y'all. And I mean, I have a vegan diet in our house. I have young children who eat everything and anything, and I need to make sure I have lots of different options on hand for them. And then my husband, who's trying to be a little healthier, and me, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna eat whatever at this point right now. I'm not going to make anything specific or anything like that. So these are the dinners that we're going to be having. I've got a couple different casseroles going on. I've got some of our freezer meals. So we've already done the vegetarian chili as a freezer meal. I'm gonna pull that out. What else? We've done the chicken bacon ranch casserole. I'm going to pull that out, the Salisbury steak casserole. And again, these are not the days that we're going to have them. I just write my meals down, and then when I start planning for the week, that's when I pull them apart. So you can see all these check marks. Those are the ones that I've pulled for the next 2 weeks. So I've got, I try to do at least one vegan dish a week. So I have a few different vegan dishes. There's a vegan taco pasta, this chicken and dumplings. That is a vegan dish as well. Mediterranean baked veggies, curry red lentil stew. I actually made this 2 weeks ago, and it was really good. And I posted a picture on Instagram, and I didn't even think about filming it. I was just like, okay, this is a new recipe. I'm gonna make it, see how it turns out. And Paige loved it. We all loved it. So I am gonna make that again, and I will film that. So that's gonna be in a video. I've got some more crock pot meals that I'm going to be making. I love the crock pot. And then I do have, like, these last 3 are things that I have a lot of the stuff already on hand. So I kind of just pulled like really fast meals that I do not need to film or anything like that. So these are kind of the dinners that we've got going on. And then of course, Easter, I already showed you guys the gathering page. And typically I share my meal plan and my grocery haul together on Saturdays, but this week is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you my entire sequence of events from meal planning today. Friday, I'm gonna share my grocery haul, and then I'm sharing the meal plan today as well. So Friday is gonna be my grocery haul, and it is gonna be a big one, because again, I'm shopping for the whole month. We're gonna have a family of 7 and pets, although I don't need cat food or dog food or cat litter. Actually, I might pick up another cat litter, I'm not sure. But we're gonna go ahead and get everything. So again, we're not leaving the house as often, and I'm gonna try not to eat out. We have been eating out once or twice a week to support businesses, but at this point, I just wanna stay home and not have, you know, people in and out or dropping off food and things like that, because it is starting to rise, all the cases and everything in our area. So we're not gonna be eating out. Maybe Paige and I typically on Monday get Chipotle. Like, that has been our thing since we moved here. When the kids were in school, like, that was our treat. Like, every Monday we would get Chipotle, and we've still been doing that. We did that this week, but I don't know if we're gonna do that going forward, because we have things here that we can make our own Chipotle dish. So we'll see. The idea is to not eat out, just to eat what we have and not get anything else and not leave the house or anything like that. So that's gonna be on Friday. You guys are gonna see my I'm assuming big grocery haul. I haven't gone yet. And then Saturday, when I typically share my grocery hauls, I'm going to share a food prep, or Sunday actually. Saturday I'm going to be doing the food prep. So Sunday I'm going to share the food prep, how everything is fitting into my pantry, my fridge, my freezer, and then me actually prepping everything. So, you know, washing and prepping the vegetables, any meats that I need to get out. I need to make dog food. The dogs are almost out of their dog food that I normally make. So just a lot of that going on, and I wanted to bring you guys along with the whole process. All right, so let me go ahead and show you guys what we've got going on for the next 2 weeks. So here's what I pulled over for our dinners, and I like to plan Monday through Sunday. So we're starting out with April 6th through the 12th. This is going to lead us into Easter. So Monday, I'm gonna be making a bacon cheeseburger tater tot casserole. Tuesday is gonna be a vegan taco pasta. Wednesday, a crock-pot Hawaiian chicken. And some of these I still need to go through and decide if I want to add a side, but we have a lot of things in our freezer that I can just pull. And we have some canned veggies if I needed to just pull the sides, but I wanted the main parts of dinner to be pretty filling for the children. Thursday, we're gonna do breakfast for dinner, which is Boerne. I had a couple people who are new ask what that meant. That just means breakfast for dinner. Breakfast is delicious all day for any meal, right? So this is going to be a keto meal, other than the fruit for the kids and I, but I wanted to make sure that I had some stuff for my husband as well. So we're gonna do biscuits and gravy from the Southern Keto Cookbook. Friday is gonna be an upside down pizza casserole. Saturday, I don't know. Since we're home for Easter, we might celebrate and do our thing on Saturday, and then Sunday eat on leftovers, because I am going to, well, I already showed you guys, but I am making quite a few things. So we might do that on Saturday and enjoy our time together, and then just eat on everything on Sunday. I might swap that, but for now I have leftovers for Saturday, and then Easter on Sunday. And then breakfast and lunch, I didn't go into detail. I just kind of made a quick overview for myself. So breakfast, I try to have the kids eat different things and not their go-to, which is cereal. So I've got cereal, eggs and bacon, waffles, eggs and sausage, and then muffins, because that's something that Pearl requested. And then lunch, I've got a Lunchable on here twice because the kids love Lunchables, which is mainly I just like a snacky plate. I pull different things out of the fridge and pantry and they snack on it. A sandwich, I'm gonna try some chicken sandwiches hopefully for the kids, and then a soup or mac and cheese and pizza on Friday, because we're not gonna have, oh, actually I just noticed I'm doing pizza on Friday. So I might not have the kids have pizza for lunch. We might put it to like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. So that's the first week. And then the second week, I have not done breakfast and lunch yet because they're probably going to be the same. They'll just be a little bit of a variation going on. So I didn't fill that out yet. But the second week is going to be April 13th through the 19th, again, starting Monday, ending Sunday. We're gonna do the vegetarian chili. That is a freezer meal, so I'm gonna pull that out, thaw it, and cook it in the crock pot. Tuesday is going to be a Sloppy Joe casserole. I'm really excited for this one. It looks delicious. Wednesday, a creamy chicken Ritz casserole. Thursday is these are actually both vegan, depending on what you serve your chili with, obviously. But Thursday is gonna be a vegan recipe, and it is chicken and dumplings. We've actually made, this is from a meal kit that Paige and I tried out last summer. I think purple carrot, I can't remember. But I have the recipe and I'm going to recreate it because it was really good. So I'm gonna recreate it for the whole family because like I said, it was really good. So we're gonna have that. Friday, I have some pepperoncinis in the pantry, and I have some potatoes. I might try to get some more, and then I'm gonna try to get some salad stuff, and we're just gonna do a Mississippi pork because I have a couple different pork options in my freezer as well. So we're gonna do Mississippi pork over mashed potatoes with a salad. And then I did put Brenner on here again, and this is a keto recipe as well. We're gonna do some ham and cheese waffles. We'll probably have this with fruit or maybe some sausage, something like that, not just the waffles. And then Sunday, leftovers. And then I need to fill out the next two, or I will fill out the next two probably the beginning of this week around April 13th. And that way I can go to the store and get whatever we need for the last 2 weeks of the month. All right, you guys, I know that this video is probably all over the place. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet or not, but I have just been running around pulling out my hair the last week. We were just notified that the kids' closure is being extended another week. I am just going to assume, but it's still gets me every time we get a new update. But I'm assuming the kids are not going back to school for this school year, that they're just gonna go back and be second graders and fourth graders in the fall. I don't know. My oldest does online homeschooling, so she's already starting her next year. She does not go to public school. So she's had no interruptions to her schedule at all, but the kids do like an online class with their teachers, and then because I have 3 of them, it's definitely taking a little bit of time figuring out our schedules and what's working best. And with me having this channel, like I have not been as active on this channel because I'm definitely more focused on the children, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to figure out how to work everything out together so everything is working smoothly, but we're taking it one day at a time. So this video is probably all over the place, but that is how it's been for me when I'm doing meal planning and things like that. I want to get out to the store and pick up different things for my kids, but then again, I don't want to go out to the store, but we're running low on all the things that the kids are used to having. So I'm just trying to figure it all out. So if you guys like this video, hopefully it made sense on how my brain works when I'm meal planning. It is a little different, like I mentioned, because I do try to figure out video ideas for y'all as well. So if you enjoyed hanging out with me today while I chit-chatted and took you along with my meal planning process, give this video a big thumbs up. If you want probably a better explanation on how to meal plan, check out Nicole's video. I will have it linked in the description. Leave a comment on her video with a lemon emoji so she knows that I sent you. She is a really good personal friend of mine. I know you guys are going to love her. She is a teacher and she has 2 boys, so I'm sure you guys will get a lot of inspiration from her channel. Subscribe if you are new. If you are coming over from Nicole's channel, I know I share a lot of different content here than she does on hers. I mean, we do grocery hauls and vlog style videos, but mine is definitely a little different from hers. I hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me and you consider sticking around. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on Friday with a grocery haul, although I have no idea what it's gonna look like. I have 4 stores in mind just because of the limits. I'm going to need to go to more than 1 store, but hopefully I can find everything that I need. Fingers crossed. So I will see you guys in that video.